Hi guys, I'm back. I just wanted to share some things. I'm about to do an illustration video for you, but first I do make handmade greeting cards, which is something I've done for years. Pretty much got started around 2000, 2001, 2002-ish. 2002 is when I kind of literally began creating sets of them and having a rep and all that wonderful jazz. And I just wanted to flip through. This was a really popular one. Into there as I are my money makers. This one is a money maker. So I've been in many different stores across the US, I could say, and it's just something that I want to get back into. It's something and going into the digital world, I like the hands-on drawing, thinking of the ideas, that kind of stuff. I don't know if you can see that. There's one that I actually did make a small video on, which is this one. This is actually the finished look of it, which it turned out well, and I will be making a card out of it soon. Excuse me. I guess I'm getting more tired than I thought. But I actually got a lot of comments, especially about this one, that, you know, watching it's actually in much of this, an idea, and then I start, this particular one is acrylic paint and ink, and then this one that I'm about to show you is actually mini medium, so it starts off with an acrylic base, then I did inking in the hair, because it's the pigment is a lot more, you know, it's a saturated look. And then I used some design markers as well as colored pencils on this. An interesting look with mixing your mediums. So I use pretty much, right now I use acrylic, I use colored pencil, I use design markers. And ink, I don't use ink as much as I would use, say, acrylic, but I like to use it. It depends on the achieved look that I'm going after. But oil paint is my favorite, but because, you know, you have to have quite a setup and a great studio to be able to have that out, and with little people running around, it's not really the safest and best idea. Or being, you know, in an apartment. Of course, that's not the case now, but I would love to get back into that. And within being a painter, you got to be able to leave your stuff out so you can come back to it. Got to look at it. Got to know what, you know. Sometimes it's very intuitive. It's you and the painting are one, you know. So it's gotta speak to you on a certain level. So leaving it out means that you can do that. You can work on another piece and then come back to it later. You can work on a series of pieces and come back to it later, because the painting tells you when it's done. And that's the only thing that I miss. It's been years since I've been able to do that. So it's many pieces of art, and also sales different. Prepping for sales and oil painting that's work. But I did it once upon a time religiously. Now I pretty much focus on smaller, more intimate pieces that pretty much people gravitate towards easier than a larger piece of work. You know, I want to make my thing was making my artwork affordable for people in a quicker amount of time and to many different people in different places. So that was the start of this greeting card situation. Now, I can say that I've built a certain type of audience with this type of work, but over time, you know, you want to see if you have a certain style. Like that's usually an artist's signature. And I kind of do, but I kind of didn't. You know, it's kind of something that I've been working on over time, of course. And I've done many different types of projects, which is also another area of where's my style. But the main thing for me is being able to do it, love what I do, and then see what works well with people and with myself. So that's kind of what I've been doing over a grand amount of time, a great, you know, many years, especially since I've gotten out of school, which was ages ago. But being able to live as an artist is definitely 100% the goal all the time. Like, if you creating work for yourself, you creating your own content, this is a level of freedom that's so much different than any other type of work. Like, for real. Like, you're in your own world a lot of the time, and being able to spend time just drawing and being creative is exciting. To me, it is. Maybe not so much to everyone. You know, having a client and producing work for clients, their type of flavor of what they want done, is also exciting. That's where I started freelancing. This was the get up and go for me. It was the thing that made me know that I wanted to do what I do for a long time. And but here's the thing: I don't have to have a client to be able to do what I want to do. I can actually do it and just, you know, make my work available to many people and have clients that way. It's not one specific client all the time. It's many clients, just picking pretty much what they like out of different things that I make, which is all right. I can work with that. I can work with any one of those levels, just allowing me to be free in my creative zone and just create. Now, there's a small trick to it, because sometimes you create stuff that people don't like. That's the hard part, right? You don't take it as a hit, because sometimes you just want to do it. It doesn't matter if people like it. And that's the thing about being an artist. You have to pretty much, you control that area of what you do. You control how you let that stuff affect you. And it may not affect you at all, but as a personal experience, it's just something that you do go through. You know, you create stuff that just sits, and you create stuff that flies out the door. And it's okay. Just keep coming up with those ideas and keep letting the growth of your own skills continue. And that could be in any area of life, you know, what you create. Just growing as a person, growing as an artist, growing. And you have to have some idea of where you want to go with your work. Some idea of where you want to get to. Like, what's your intended area of knowing that you have arrived. You know, my thing is realism, and had been for a long time. That was something I pushed myself. I had this cartoony kind of way of drawing, and it doesn't fit for everything. And it sort of was, I felt I needed to work on the level of what felt real, my own style. And I did that for a while, and it helped so much. And when you get to an area where you're comfortable with your own work, the way you do it, that's the best part. That's one aha moment. That's personal. You know, everybody again has their own process, their own way of how that works for them, and it's freeing when you get there. Again, you can either be really tight with your work, or you can be really loose. So usually when you have to get something done in a faster time frame, then you learn to be looser. You learn to, it has to work. It can't be, so there's your personal half-ass, and then there's your personal, like, on point, this is it, you know, and you're able to recreate. And that's actually what this whole card idea, this reading card situation has allowed me to grow in. So I first started with a whole bunch of elements, and you gotta learn to simplify. So the more elements, of course, the more money for the card. So this particular one was like watercolor images that I cut out, and then you add the paper that's more expensive because you got to find the paper at the store. Then you add ribbons, and then you add color paper, then you add texture. So it was like a whole bunch of things in one. And how fast I can create. Let's say somebody ordered 50. Can I put a 50 quantity together in 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks? Most times turnaround times were decent, but when they're like fast turnarounds, can you do it? And you're the only person working on this stuff, and you have 100 cards plus in your arsenal. Is that something that you could do? So I just pretty much learned to work with those type of demands, and you get used to it at first. Not so easy, especially when you have great clients, like let's say Neiman Marcus. Like, you got to really kill it, you know. And every time, it's not just one time of killing it. You got to kill it every time. Alright, so who is ready for this illustration that I've been saying I was going to do forever and a day? I am ready, and basically I just picked a picture out of a magazine that I like. And this will be drawing this gal here. I like her dress and a little bit of her expression on her face, which is kind of funky, but I love the dress, love the shoes. It's a Dolce & Gabbana. So we'll be playing with that and just pretty much kicking out the skills, getting the body language of the pic, and then going in with the details. I do want to say thanks for watching. I've been working on trying to crank out some more videos. Not been the best at that, but hopefully I'll be getting there, and the content will be great. Somebody will enjoy it. Somebody will subscribe, somebody will like, somebody will follow, you know, all those wonderful things. I do want to say that I've been watching a bunch of catnip illustrations. I don't know what it is about the young lady, except for probably the subjects that she talks about. Plus, she seems like a fun gal. But I just, when I'm like bored or working on stuff, I actually watch her videos while I'm working on stuff. And she is someone that pretty much lets you in on, you know, the ins and outs of what she does, and I find it cool. Out of all the videos on YouTube, I like the vibe that this one gives. And there's probably one or maybe one and a half other persons that I watch. A Sarah Faber, I'm probably saying that wrong, but they are also illustrators. Her style is way different than mine, the both of them. But I find that once, you know, someone's sharing the ways things work with, say, just illustration or just the YouTube or just the Etsy, like all those things are factors that pertain to me in terms of what I do. I appreciate it. And I love that that is available, because as an illustrator, there really aren't a lot of people that share, or at least from my time. Let's say, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but when you're starting out and you want to do this full time, there aren't people who share the ins and outs, or go here or go there or do this or do that. Because to be honest, each experience is its own. You know, the way people start out is way different. I'm not a gamer. I'm not a, Comic-Con artist. I'm not, but I could see where that love of those things can add to sort of, you know, someone's flair, let's say. But I'm more of the nerdy category, just the nerdy, you know, without the glasses. I love to see where my ideas are going to go. But my reason for mentioning all that was because of when you're looking up illustration or like how to be an illustrator and all this stuff on YouTube, it's not like there in your face. You know, everybody gets their start in different ways. So when I started this whole art journey, my goal was to graduate as a painter. But then in school, realized that painting can only get you so far unless you happen to find some commercial way of becoming big. And I then rethought the process and added illustration to the curriculum. Also photography. Those are areas that I knew I could pretty much go further. I wouldn't pretty much get stuck. Or how can you just put somebody in a box, you know, when there's so many things that these areas of skills can go from, you know. It's not just this little tiny thing. No, they can all be big depending on the person. Depends on what you do with it. So illustration became sort of my personal journey of like, let's really get this down. Like, and I really wish what I would have done was taken fashion design. That would have just killed all of it, but I ended up taking it anyway. But just all that together just made me more well-rounded, you know, from the fine art to the real illustration type. Pretty much I'm an image creator. I create images from whatever, and that's either using paintbrushes, pens, pencils, the camera, whatever. That's my personal skill, but it was something I had to grow into. And I had a time where I used to merge taking photographs and drawing. I used to literally create images that way. Things that, you know, is a personal touch. There aren't many artists out there doing things like that have made a name for themselves. So there were other artists that I pretty much followed, those that were doing something big, like in stores. Like if I could go to the store and buy something that an artist had their name on, that was my goal. Still is. I'm happy to become a household name. But Etsy is another tackle. It's something you have to tackle, because there's so many artists there. Like, you really have to stand out from the crowd, you know. And to be honest, it's not as easy as everybody makes it seem. I think it definitely depends on your audience and your determination. You really have to have things set up really well, like the look of it, the feel of the store, and I've revamped it over and over and over. And not to say I haven't had customers, but I'm looking for that flow, you know, that continual flow. And that's still something I'm working on. So I'm glad to be able to share all this wonderful jazz, and hopefully somebody learns something. Now, I've talked a lot, forgive me, but hopefully I've shared something that you'll take away with. And again, not hearing it anywhere else, that I've shared it with you and it made sense to you, or it helped you, or something like that. All right, let's get into this illustration. I gotta clean off my desk, so I'll come back and work that out.